I'm not a crook.
About like any kind of musical stories I could tell. My mom got me one of my earliest memories of like really liking music, and maybe we can go around in a circle. Let's go first.
Campfire style.
My mom, we had a CD player with a tape deck on it.
Yeah.
And so you could record like shit off the radio. I mean, this is
Yeah.
like, we're old.
Those
you
little
know?
combo.
We're
things,
old
right?
now. We're old now. People don't know about these things. Young people.
I miss those.
So I had a CD player, and my mom bought me Hard Day's Night, Help, and Rubber Soul. I was like,
dang.
yeah. It was like pretty
She's a
rad.
baller, dude.
And it was in the 90s, so like when they reached, this was like before, you know, like the anthology, and they started doing all that stuff, and like they were just the disc CDs.
Yeah.
And like it was like the front cover, and then like you open the CD, and the back was just like the list. It was like there was nothing there.
Yeah.
There was literally nothing there, and I was like, who played fucking piano on this? Like, I like wanted to know. That was all I had was the songs, and then a cover, and then the list of the songs on the back. And I was just like, this is bullshit. I want to know more. And like, I remember when I saw the anthology, it was just like my mind, like seeing them videos and stuff. And so now my older kid's obsessed, of course, you know, and I'm so stoked. Like, brainwashed him, you know, watching Yellow Submarine when he was like 3 years old. You know what I mean? And so he's like obsessed, you know, and I'm like, check this out, dude. And I put on like the Day Tripper video, you know, like the weird one. And he's just like
into it.
I mean, he listened to Gotta Get You Into My Life like 30 times in a row. I was like, dude, like, I don't care what song it is. Like, I can't listen 30 times in a row. He's stoked.
So cute, man.
And it was like me, you know, it was like, I stared at the speakers and I was just mesmerized.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I know it's cheesy and it's like the Beatles and it's like everyone's favorite band or whatever, but like,
I mean, for good reason, you know?
it touched me, man. And I know, and that was, I think, one of the things between me and John was like, you know, I think we both have a special play. Like, there's something special about that, you know, that you share with someone, like, you know.
Yeah.
When you can recognize their voices and, you know, all that stuff. It's like, it's pretty magical.
Yeah.
So what about you? Tell me your Beatles story.
Dude, what's funny is I was later. Beatles,
Okay.
I was always like, I never, I was like, the Beatles, all the songs sound the same.
Well,
when I was a kid.
your dad was in an 80s band, though, so you were probably like
I was more
new wave
inundated
guy,
with 80s
right?
shit growing up for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never got that into the Beatles till I started writing songs. Then it all made sense.
When was that?
Yeah.
Probably in high school, maybe
Same.
middle school, something like that. Then it all made sense. I was like, oh, these are, wow. Oh,
Wow.
shit, I get it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, these are the songs.
The hype
That
is
this
real.
is what's up. And I got obsessed.
Yeah.
It's all I listened to. The White Album was the one I really like.
That's my
For
wife's
some reason,
favorite, too.
I couldn't, it just blew my mind. I was like obsessed with that album for years. But yeah, I did the whole thing. Just listen to every record on repeat.
Yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
like, oh, let's do the next one. And then I'll go through phases on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like the really early shit. Sometimes I like the Sgt. Pepper era.
We like it all, man.
It's all great.
Yeah.
And
I know
that's
it
kind of
sounds-
actually, it was the one album that
Oh, yeah,
compilation.
yeah. Me too.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that had
That
a lot of
was-
singles on it that
It's
you
all
didn't
Like
have.
singles.
Paperback Writer
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
All the singles. Yeah.
Paperback Writer was what really got me into the Beatles. That song,
Good
I was
bass
like,
tone.
holy shit, this song is insane. And then I just went off from there and started listening to all their shit. And so that's it for me, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it sounds like cheesy, but like I do get like emotional still, like with shit like that, you know,
Yeah.
like with like Beatles songs and like shit like that. Like I remember, like, I don't know, music just hits you, but like I remember I was at a show. This was like early 2000s, and like I was seeing Blonde Redhead,
Cool.
and like I was obsessed with that melody of Damaged Lemons or whatever record. It's like black and it has
Yeah.
like their red photos on it.
Yeah.
And I was seeing them live, and they were playing like one of the tracks off it that I really liked, and I was like gonna cry. I felt like I was like gonna cry.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, like what's going on right now? And I like kind of like talked myself out of it. And it's
Dang.
like, I don't know, like I think like music just hits you in like a weird way
Yeah, it does.
sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
does.
like an emotional way.
It's like a religion.
To your
man.
core.
Yeah.
What about you, Johnny?
For what, Beatles?
Yeah. Well, what's your Beatles story? When did you first hear them?
Well, my parents were playing them
Yeah.
when I was growing up, but I remember I bought a CD. It was the Revolver CD. I got it at Blockbuster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's why that memory sticks out, because there was a time
yeah.
when there was such thing as Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And they sold CDs
Yeah.
for a time.
I remember that shit.
So yeah, when that happened, I was like in the 5th grade,
Yeah.
and I was like shopping, and bought my first CD. It was Revolver. Yeah.
That was your first CD?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually bought
Very
a
cool.
tape. Me and my brother went to Target